What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I am back with another video. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get my camera together here. Alright, hold on one second. I'll mute myself in the back. Hold on one second. I have some technical difficulties here. Hold on. I'll get myself together. Here I go. Hold on. Now, I always say I'm not going to be here long, but I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to be here long. You know? As you guys come in, you'd be so kind, like I said, to hit the like button. Like I said, I'm not going to be here too long. You know what I mean? And it really is very simple. You know what I mean? It's really very simple. Of course, you know what I mean? I told you guys yesterday that if you don't stop, I'm going to fight back. You know what I mean? And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if you guys think I lost it, but I'm still trying to be very, how you say, diplomatic. Because I still have a lot of love for you guys out there in the Xbox community. You know what I mean? I didn't, sell my X or anything like that. You know, I just want better. I demand better. You know, and you should want better. And a lot of you guys don't understand it. That whole wait to E3 and it's getting old. It's getting a little dry. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I can see my screen now, so if you're saying what's up to me, I can see it, man. You know what I mean? And listen, I know I said this is gonna be my last video like this, but I promise you, this is the last video. All right, I'm gonna lay it all on the line today, baby. I don't mind being a bad guy. You know, I don't. I don't mind. You say bad guys wear black. I am black, and I don't mind being a bad guy. You know, read my messages on Twitter. Not to say that I'm hurt, because it is what it is. Yeah, I stopped watching. It's crazy, right? Yeah, I stopped watching him along last year when he started, all this anti-Xbox stuff. What have I ever said that was anti-Xbox? You know what? Me's being anti-Xbox and we haven't had a game announcement, a new game AAA game since about 2015. That's me being anti-Xbox. Oh no, he's doing this now for some views. Doing what? Said I lost subscribers. My message hasn't changed. I've been listen. I don't know what the hell you guys are thinking or talking about. I've always been critical of Microsoft. I've always. I mean, have I came up here and damage control in the past? Absolutely, and I'll be the first to tell you. Have I been up here selling snake oil sometime? Out there on the street slinging some of that DirectX 12? Absolutely. But as a man, I can admit when I'm wrong. I was holding out hope. I was all on the Mr. X Media forum with the double stack GPUs and all that shit. The cloud was going to make the Xbox 30 times more powerful. I didn't do it all, man. Taught you guys how to damage control, And and again, maybe I thought I had too much, won't say respect or that maybe, I'm not saying that my word holds any weight, but, the guys that's going around, in case they question my integrity and say that I'm doing this for attention. So if you're happy with Lucky Tales and Zoo Tycoon and Phantom Dust with the original assets and games like Recore, enjoy. That's the epitome of diabetic gaming. You know what I mean? Enjoy it. Eat it up. Slide into a diabetic coma. Not I. Not I. I won't do that. I won't do that. That's not my thing, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to voice my opinion and hope that they listen. I'm going to voice my opinion and hope that they listen and say, hey, Houston, there's a problem. You know, I'm not gonna that fanboy shit. Like, come on, man. Enough is enough, man. You know, I said, you know what I mean, that you know, I normally I don't do response videos in too much more because it is what it is. But if I'm willing, if any of you Xbox guys disagree with me, you think I'm wrong, I'll listen. Some of you bots in here, your favorite bot, whoever it is, you name them, line them up, and I promise you I'll spank all their asses. And I bet my channel on that. An Xbox Scorpio, whatever. I'll line them up, and I promise you I'll spank all their asses in the debate. What I'm saying is not my opinion. I'm giving you the fact. We have not had a AAA game announcement since 2015. There's no debating that. The Nintendo Switch came out last year in March. It's been a year. And they had more AAA exclusives than my preferred platform. There's no debating that. You got the wealthiest goddamn company in the world, and they're lagging behind. Well, Phil had to take care of the power of the no, the fuck he didn't. That check was signed in 2012. But if you still want to go with that, fine. Sony gave us the Slim, the Pro, PSVR, still exclusives, and still third-party deals. So there is no excuse. This is not Microsoft first time at the damn. This is the third goddamn generation. And I don't understand how y'all don't understand what I'm saying or where I'm coming from. Like, that's crazy, man. This is sheer lunacy. You know what I mean? Oh, he just don't. Ain't no attention. Man, and some of the shit is funny, but no, I'm dead ass serious. You guys saw that God of War trailer? Riddle me this. Do we or do we not? Or not we? Like, I'm speaking French here, like I work at Microsoft. Does not the Xbox One X is the most powerful console ever, right? Riddle me this. Is not the Xbox One X the most powerful console ever? Well, how come Sony games look better graphically? Showstopper said he wants to join. Riddle me that. You know, whether you say it's a walking simulator, whether you know what I mean, oh, it doesn't even, that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Whether you like, how can you sit and say it's a walking simulator, but you turn around and praise Lucky Tales? I had some of you motherfuckers up there. When that tweet I sent Phil, hey, no, Phil, Lucky Tales was fine. Thank you for building the boy. I got to play, you know, with my son, you know, during the Christmas holidays. I'm like, what the fuck? Shit is wild, man. This shit is sheer lunacy. I'm gonna say how bad. Now listen, man. I pray to God, right? Sometimes you sometimes you can't see how you say the woods or what you clear from the fog, how the saying goes, you know what I mean? And somebody shout out to Jabari, right? You know, yeah, Jabari the pony, you know what I mean? He sent me a video this morning, right? And you guys know I'm not even a morning person, right? I want you guys to hear this right here. And this, listen, I want you to hear this. Their reasoning why Sony games look better than the Xbox games. I want you to listen to this right here. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me turn the volume up. Listen.
Is everything you go back to square one?
Listen.
It's like, all right, let me watch Mr. P.
We gonna break this Mocap shit down. I think it's easy for Sony to do Mocap because what they do movies.
Yeah.
They use the shit all the time. Where Microsoft has to go out. Microsoft don't make movies.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft sells software.
They got to get a third party company to do the Mocap.
Yeah.
They open up their own movie.
They come down.
They don't understand, Bo, like you're saying, they don't understand that Sony has in-house to do their animations, like they use for Ratchet and Clank cutscenes, and the mocap for all of their games. It's in-house. It's their
and
own
even games that come to their console first, like
yes. Yes, Hellblade was them themselves. They bought a camera at Home Depot and did it in the office. But yeah, they did it themselves.
I hope you guys can hear that. They said the reason why that Sony is good at making, realistic graphics and he said hashtag mocap games is because they into movies. Listen. We're gonna get the biggest knife in the drawer. And we're gonna cut the bullshit out. When I say that they're mental midgets, this is what I'm talking about. But I want you to pick your best bot. I don't know who he is, and I promise you I would tear his ass from limb to limb. My opinion is I'm talking about straight facts. You hear Show? Oh, wait, Show getting his mic together. I haven't spoken to Show. You there, bro?
Can you hear me?
Wait, hold on. Let me turn you down. Hold on, bro. Wait, hold on. One second.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on. Give me 1 second. You there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here. My mic messing up, so I can't. I gotta talk like.
I got you. Let me put my headphones in. Hold on. If you want no feedback, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. You there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here. My mic messing up. Hey, turn your screen down too, bro, because it's echoing in here.
Hey, hold on 1 second.
My mic messing up. Hey, turn your screen down too, bro. It's echoing in here.
Hey, hold on 1 second.
My mic messing up. Hey, turn your screen down.
Hey, Showstopper, your mic. I don't know. How about hop back in?
All right.
I haven't spoken. I just seen these Showstopper send him a link, and I haven't heard from him in a while. But see, this is what we're doing here, man. I'm for real. I'm not. I ain't giving my opinion. I'm just saying, I get all this harassment because I said that we need better games. I ain't giving my opinion. And let's check it out. If it gets to me to go out there and bear the cross to get Showtime out every time, it's so be it. Right?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. We clean?
Yeah, we were clean.
Okay. Yeah. Next Gen Wolf, what's up, boy?
Bro, I haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on? Anything I with you?
Man, they got you as Next Gen Wolf out here in these streets, boy. What's going on?
I gotta do it, man. I'm just saying, man. I saw that God of War, man. I don't know if Zeus slapped the shit out me or what, baby.
I don't know what's going on, man, but I'm telling you, you got the pony station in the background at your TV.
Oh yeah. Listen, I'm about to get my Uncharted on, man. I'm about to learn how to play that third-person shooter, like third-person shooters.
Oh my goodness, boy! You got that four-legged machine in the back, boy.
Hey, I'm gonna listen. Like I said, hey, I haven't spoken to you in forever.
What's up, though, man?
Let me ask you a question, right? 2017, in your honest opinion, we can go back to there. Well, even like I said, we can just take the last 2 years exclusive wise. Well, if you don't know, like you said, I haven't spoken to you in a while unless you've been following the background. I tweeted Phil last week, and I was asking him. I said, basically, can we get some, mature games like theme games content?
Mm-hmm.
And people actually didn't know what I was talking about. I was talking about, like, if you look at the art style of our exclusives, they're very Nickelodeon-ish, where Sony, on the other hand, has, whether you like that game or not, people say, oh, that's a walking simulator, but they're more of a realistic set of environment. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We've only, to my knowledge, we've only had 2 to 3. Well, even Sunset Overdrive was mature, but that was because of the language, the cursing. But
right.
We had, I guess we'll say Quantum Break, Rise, and we even give you Gears of War. The big man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And where you look at, over there they got The Last of Us, and I'm just being honest. They should. I don't know, man. But everything from the last 2 years has been Recore, Voodoo Vince, Sea of Thieves. Everything is very, very diabetic gaming. Like, what's your opinion on this? What's your thoughts?
I look at it like, Microsoft is in a behind state when it comes to games. So they have to build their catalog up. So a lot of these games that's not appealing to you is appealing to others. And they have to build that type of catalog up because they don't have none of that. Only thing they've been doing is really this first person shooters. You know what I'm saying? Or third person shooters. It's really been the shooter box. So they're trying to step out and broaden their horizons a little bit and venture into other avenues. And yeah, it's a bit cartoony, but I believe that they going in the right direction. I wouldn't say that they failing. I'm just thinking that they trying to establish a lot of stuff that Sony already established from just being in the console thing a lot longer.
Okay.
Than they had.
Now listen, maybe forgive me. I'm looking at the glasses being half empty here. This is Microsoft third generation, right? Third generation. This ain't the first. Second is the third. You know what I mean? Third time to the prom, right? So they say what they say. The third time is the charm, right? Third time. 2017. This and again, and I'm being realistic here. I know I always get painted as being called as Phil Spencer hater. But if, God forbid, if something was happening to Phil today, he was retired, whatever the case may be, and if you look at his discography or his work portfolio, that could be a credit to Phil. His legacy was standing at Voodoo Vince, Phantom Dust with the original assets, Lucky Tales, Zoo Tycoon, Disney Rush.
Yeah, them platformers. What's wrong with it?
Ain't nobody buying.
Well,
Platform. That's not your thing. Well, here's the thing. Even if you want to go off in that direction, you cannot starve out your core.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Even if you want to add that fun, that's supposed to be the dessert, the fruit cocktail. You know what I mean? You cannot starve out. I'm a 40-year-old man. I don't have any interest in Zoo Tycoon or Disney Rush. And shit, no 40-year-old man either. But that's neither here or there.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Z.
Yeah,
what type of games were you looking for?
Well, listen, man. The Gears, the Quantum Breaks, the Rise 2.
Listen, let me show you how fragile it is, because not too long ago, us Xbox gamers were sitting here saying we was tired of Halo. Because I
didn't name Halo.
We was tired of this. We was tired of that. We want variety. We want this. We want that. Then when variety comes, now it's a problem with the variety.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I just think we going too fast, and sometimes we as gamers have to slow down and just look at and be consistent with what we want. We can't change when they finally give us something. We might wanted that in fit 17, but they're giving it to us in 18. You see what I'm saying?
Listen,
your flavor for year to year is different. And you know what I'm saying? And it takes a while to make games. So it is, I don't know, man. It's just, I just think everybody just jumping the gun a little too fast for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And listen, variety is cool. But so we haven't had a AAA game announcement since 2015. Rico or Lucky Tale or Zukai, those aren't AAA games.
No, I'll say they AA.
I ain't even give them that. Like, you know what I mean?
Not Zoo Tycoon. I don't know where you get that trash from, but Zoo Tycoon been out though. They brought out another one.
Yeah, remastered, Xbox One X enhanced.
Stop that trash.
Yeah, they did. They Xbox One X enhanced.
I know. Sea of Thieves and Lucky Tales and I think Ori is another one. All those are just platform games. And I mean, you want something more, like what you looking for? I mean, because they ain't got like a single player game. I don't think Microsoft
Quantum Break. I know Quantum Break got
a franchise like God of War or nothing like that.
Yeah, I know Quantum Break got some
was what was that? We had the Roman game.
Oh, Rise.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you an example. Hear me out, right? The fact that they double back down on on Lucky Tales, right? They give you some DLC, maybe in the sequel to Lucky Tales, but we can't get a Sunset Overdrive 2. We can't get a Rise 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean Rise would have been, but you know, I don't know what they doing. I kind of kick back a little bit and just like I said, I enjoy just in gaming. Period. You know, I've been away from the scene. I've been away from the console drama. I've been away from all that trash. I just been Show's been doing show. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, you know, right now, I'm gonna tell you something. In your absence, I've been here putting up the good fight.
I know you've been.
I've been here believing.
You know what I'm saying?
Praying.
What you doing right now is fighter's fatigue.
Hey, yo, listen. I've been doing it all.
Hey, you got fighter's fatigue right now, boy. You been sitting there swinging. You sitting here like, man, what am I fighting for?
And they ain't fighting for themselves.
I got you.
So I got $5 from my man Gauntlet in the super chat. He said, but the variety that the Xbox is putting out has been some good old quality shit. How y'all Xbox bootlickers be blind of this fact is just spooky. Like, our games have been good. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. Like, you know what I mean? And again, we haven't had a hit. Probably the last. This is real. The last AAA game that Microsoft released outside of a niche title was Gears of War. That was in 2016. We in 2018, Shay. 2018. You know what's crazy, right? We got listen, like, you know, I got this saying, right? I got this saying, I got to get the biggest knife and Joe. We're gonna cut the bullshit out, right?
Gotcha.
So when we look at either one, you know, because this is what the Xbox said. Well, look, you know what? Well, Sony's showing you games that's gonna come out, you know, 4 years, 5 years now. Now those games are starting to come out now, right? Now, well, you know what? Those are just walking simulators. What are we doing here?
Hey, they bugging now.
What are we doing?
God of War, it looks better than what I thought it was gonna be. I'm the biggest critic of God of War right now, and I didn't really care that they changed Kratos. I think that was like disrespectful to me.
And they changed it?
They made him look like the Big Show, bro.
Oh man,
I don't like the way he looked.
You ain't like that new trailer?
Huh?
You ain't like that new trailer?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the style of the game. The game look like it ain't nothing like groundbreaking. It's the same stuff we kind of seen in like various different games. You know, we seen some in The Last of Us, some in Rise Son of Rome. We seen just the movement I'm talking about. I ain't saying the game is exactly the same, but it's the camera angle that they chose on it, which makes it look a little bit better. You understand what I'm saying? So I like the art style. I like what they did with it. You know, the axe throwing the axe, and you know, he going here, he can still go and scrap and all that little trash. That's all live. But it just, to me, I don't know. I ain't like the way they changed Kratos, man. They made him fat. They made him look a little sloppy. His back still look broad, but it's just, I don't know. I ain't like the way they made him look this year. So I gave it a hard time, but I like the way the game looked. You know, the game looked fed, man. I know I'm getting it day one.
All right. Well, okay. Let's look. Listen, we're gonna do it like this, right? Because I haven't spoken. We're gonna do it like this, right? We got dang. Hold on. We got Sea of Thieves. I don't have any interest in that. I'm gonna be honest in that sleeve. Somebody, what's up? Get out, go. I don't have any interest in that whatsoever. I don't, right? That's sleep. I mean, then we got State of Decay 2. I'm interested in, right? I've never been a big fan of Crackdown. Okay. And I know that we're gonna most likely get her Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now, just looking across the street. You know, man, I ain't claiming to be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but just looking across the street. I got God of War. I got Days Gone. I got Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Ghost of Tsushima. Last of Us 2.
Hey, click the moves, bro. Go ahead, man.
The game from Kojima. And you talking about they give me variety with it, and they gonna give me some fucking tell.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
And variety. And again, I understand variety, but they've been dog shit. That shit been straight to they got this shit straight to DVD, straight to Blockbuster. That's the games we didn't have for the last year and a half.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Z. Let's look at it this way.
I'm just kidding. Looking across the street, though.
Right? When was they supposed to have been launched?
What you say?
Those games, all that you named, when was they supposed to have been released?
Well, they showed them in 2016.
2016. Now look, we in 18. That's a dang year, 2-year difference of pushbacks, bro. I'm talking some serious pushbacks. And then we just got what game was that just got pushed back until 19?
Hello?
Was it Detroit? Can you hear me?
Who this?
Oh no, he don't broke off into the camera. Into a phone conversation. Boy,
who? Oh yeah, I'm on the air, yo. I'm on the air. I'm doing the show. I'll meet you right back. I got you. Huh? All right, I'm gonna see you in link.
Days Gone. Was it Days Gone that got pushed back?
Oh, they ain't gonna be able to hear you like that. They ain't gonna be able to hear you like that through the phone, bro. I can see you in link. You can click in. No, look, no, because listen, my speaker fucked up. I dropped my phone in the sink.
Yeah, my headphones.
Hear you like that. I can see you in link. You can hop on the show. No, I dropped my shit in the sink when I was washing my hair this morning. Man, my shit low as hell. Yeah, look, they can't look. If you listen to it, they ain't gonna be able to hear you. It's Google Hangout. Just hop on. You can join from your phone. It's a Google Hangout.
Okay.
Bro, I got you on speakerphone. I just told you I dropped my phone in the sink. My shit low as hell. You're on speaker. Can y'all hear him?
No.
I can barely hear him. Can y'all hear him?
No. I can't hear him. Who is that?
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, let me get on back to what I was saying. The game.
Hey, bro, I have you on speaker.
A lot of these games got pushed back, and they supposed to have been out.
I have you on speaker.
Oh, come on, Z. You got to stop with this.
Yeah, my shit. Hey, bro, I just told you my shit low as hell. You're on speaker.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No.
Tell whoever that is to just join in.
Yeah, that's why I said I can see you the link. You can hop in that way. I gotta go. Yeah, hello? My bad. That's Metalface Doom.
Battleface Doom. Who the heck?
Metalface, he be on Twitter. Yeah, but anyway, I dropped my phone in the sink. My shit low as hell. The speaker fucked up. But anyway, I'm sorry. As we're saying,
I was sitting there saying, like, a lot of those games got pushed back. I mean, 2 years of pushbacks, and they've been talking about it, and it's just now coming out now, and so it looks like they got a whole lot. But if those games would have came out when they supposed to came out, what would Sony be having right now?
Okay, all right. So
it'd be the same. It'd be the same thing. So Microsoft put, emptied their little clip or whatever, and then they deleted a lot of games. And I don't know why they did that.
It's the same thing. So because I'm be honest with you, right? I've used that in the debate, in far as part of my damage control repertoire, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been hearing about these games. We supposed to get this year. We supposed to get last year.
Right.
Crackdown, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, all that shit was pushed back in 2018. We've been hearing about those games since 2015, 2014.
It wasn't 15. We heard about Sea of Thieves in 17.
2015. They showed a glimpse of that shit at I believe was games.
I don't know, because Microsoft had did their thing where they was not whatever was being released from that year.
It was pushed back. It was pushed back. You see,
from that year, from E3 to E3, that's the only thing they was announcing for a while.
No, look. When did we see Crackdown?
We saw Crackdown. Was it 16?
No. They showed Crackdown, I believe, was in 15, the cloud. That shit was
Crackdown was 14, 15.
Okay. State of Decay 2. We saw that at E3, a sizzle reel about 2015.
I don't know. I thought Crackdown was 16 because the cloud.
No, show.
Had to be 16.
About Crackdown, they showed that was it Gamescom or one of them shits. They the cloud and this that was like 2015.
Yeah, it was 15. You're right. It was 15.
2015.
Yeah, it was 15. But
2018.
They was just showing off. They was just showing off the tech. They really wasn't talking about the game.
And he was Crackdown. And
they showed the game, but they was really showing the physics at GD at the Gaming Development Conference.
Yeah, they showed that there was
You know
something
what I'm
they taking shit at GDC 2014.
Right.
The cloud. But I'm talking about the game also was announced in 2015.
Okay.
Same thing with State of Decay, and you know what I mean, and with I believe, like I said, in Sea of Thieves again was 2000. That's wasn't first. That's not even the issue. That's the nature of the big games get pushed back all the time. You know what I mean? That's not even an issue. And I've always said then, there's nothing wrong with showing what you have that's coming out in the future to get people excited to invest in your platform. The problem was with Microsoft, they were cutting shit, and then we didn't, excuse my French, we didn't get anything to replace those. Nothing. Right. And
that's true.
You know what I mean? So again,
I won't argue that. I know, like when they let go of it's a little dragon game they had.
Oh, you talking about Fable and all that stuff?
No, not Fable. Fable
Scalebound.
Another one. Where the dude over there in Japan got over on.
Yeah, Scalebound.
Scalebound. Yeah. Scalebound.
You know, and again, like I said, we didn't have anything to replace those games. You know,
they ain't had nothing to replace it, so it was like we was really expecting those games.
Yeah, and you know what's even worse, because if those games are getting pushed back to now, what will we have for 2018?
Yeah,
everything that we're supposed to be getting is besides outside of probably Forza Horizon 4, which comes out every other year, no brainer. We were supposed to get last year, you know. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, though, and like I said, I haven't really spoken about. And what I was started with doing show, what started me waking up and like, you know, what the hell's going on here? There's a problem. Even with outside of the thing they did with Lionhead Studios and Fable, is that here it is. You have Sony, right? I always say, I have to say that how can Sony is out there out hustling you, right? You know what I mean? They're out hustling you. You know what I mean? They're doing all the third party marketing deals, the theme consoles. And no that the Xbox guys. I got you 1 second, Ant. I'm just not seeing your donation. 1 second. They would say, well, they're saving that money for exclusives. We ain't got that yet, but here it is. Sony can give us the Pro, the Slim, VR exclusives, and have third party deals.
Right.
We out here looking like, you know what I mean, an indie studio. You know what I mean? That's why I'll come, be the behemoth you are. Right. You know what I mean? What are you doing? If you're gonna be in it to win it. Hold on, let me read this here from Ant Cast. Shout out to you for the $5 in the chat. He says, let's get this straight. Sony never announced release dates. Just stop it, man. Oh, you said 2014. I was this shit was showed at 2014. Yeah, but like I said, again, I mean, games get pushed back all the time. That's not. Yeah,
I mean, like what I'm sitting here saying, and my point was, is that they reap the benefits of the pushback. It's basically what I'm saying. Even with Microsoft, they deleted so much stuff. It was just, I don't know, man. That was just crazy. But like I said, it's benefits of the pushback. So they're coming out now, but it's been pushed back so many times. We haven't been hearing about a lot of them games for a long time, and they just now coming out now. So yeah, I mean, I look at it like the stuff Microsoft was announcing. If they would have did the same thing Sony was doing and just relying on third party for the first 2-3 years,
for sure. You see
what I'm saying? They relied on that for the first 2-3 years. We all would have been complaining. All of us would have been. But, that's what it is, man. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, but on the same, like in the end of the day, you know what I mean? I can always go back and say things weren't fair in the media. We all get that. It is what it is, right? I can scream that until the cows come home, right?
Right.
But being real, and this is my thing. This generation, Microsoft has always been what they've been. How you say? They Sony, they always on the defense. Never go out there and strike first. I'll give you an example of what I mean by this. Sony came out there and cut the price of the Slim this Black Friday. They started they sell Monday, right? Got the head up on Microsoft. Boop. Microsoft didn't come out and cut this like 3 days later, Thursday. You know what I mean? But like I said, I can't and again, I don't have any vetted interest in any of these companies. I own everything, you know what I mean? But it seems like I want them to win and do more than they want for themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no way in hell. Listen, we have had more announcements show for tech that they're buying, whether it's the Havoc and this and that. And trust me, I done used all that shit in my damage control arguments, right? Right. Actual games. We have not got an announcement for a new game since 2015. It's 3 years.
Right. And listen, like I said, I never argue with you on that point.
I'm saying, like, and again, like, not that they calling me out and saying I'm flip flopping. Why? Because I wasn't better. I know how much money I spent with Microsoft this year. This generation alone on hardware. Period. I done gave them over 2 racks.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
I'm about the X and everything too, so I know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But but it's I don't know, man. It's just right now they slow, and E3 come around, you probably change your whole mind about a whole lot of people.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I can't. I'm funky. Like I said before, man. I've been saying this for a while. That I'm funky, fresh out of damage control, man.
Yeah, I got you.
I listen. I gotta be real. I gotta be honest. I mean, I gotta call a spade a spade. I said a dog, a pony, whoever the hell. I gotta keep it all the way. I gotta keep it a buck. You know what I mean?
Here's what my take on what you're going through right now.
Okay.
It was the same thing I was going through. You got to remember when my way on out of here, everybody was calling me a pony too.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Paul was on his PC thing, right?
I was on a PC thing. I was on a you know what I'm saying, PlayStation thing, and it was a whole lot of little stuff. It's just what it is. I'm telling you, bro. It's just this war fatigue, bro. That's all it is, man.
Listen. I'm not. So I ain't negating it. I'm done. Listen.
You know what I'm saying? You've been doing so much and hyping so much, and
I ain't listen. You're right. I'm tired of being let down. Ain't like I ain't no more that wait to E3. Wait, like I ain't come on, man. Grown ass man, though.
Yeah,
what's crazy, right? And like I know, don't get me wrong. YouTube's entertainment. Everybody get caught up in the characters, but sometimes I got to sit back and say, "Nigga, step outside of the character. Come back to who you are." You know what I mean? How you say Hamlet, Shakespeare? Cut this shit, all right? I've been saying forever, like Microsoft. You know how indies, indies, but they don't belong on the big stage, right? One thing, don't belong on the big stage. You got a pre-E3 showing, you got an after E3 show. People see they want E3, the over the tops, the Michael Bay, the good showing. You know what I mean? Because Microsoft always starts to show up well, then it just goes, my man come on stage with that. They go with the Minecraft and the ID Xbox. So then Sony comes out 2016 and showing out one goddamn indie. Everybody goes crazy, right? But I've been saying that shit for you. So you know how I feel when them indies hit the stage, yo. You know how I feel when them indies hit the stage.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, we don't like you don't. Well, so forget what Sony's doing. Do you? You know what I mean? Like, do you? Like I said, they going through identity crisis. You know what I mean?
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you what woke you up, Zaire. This transformation you're going through. Bro, I don't see you in tons of podcasters with these dang on 4-legged beasts.
Hey,
over and over and over again, and I'm telling you, it fatigued you a lot faster than what you know. You know what I'm saying? You just got to take a little break for a little minute. I mean, I'm not saying from videos or nothing, but just.
Oh, hey, sure. Listen, going forward, listen, man. I listen. Here's the thing, right? I'm not, and this is the thing where they don't understand. I didn't go out there and pull the wool. I ain't come out that motherfucker and say Xbox got no games, dry box, and I ain't with all. You know what I mean?
We're gonna see a Japan made picture for you.
Yeah, right. So you'll be making play Persona 5.
Persona 5.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I ain't done none of that. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. The Xbox One X is my favorite console. You know what I mean? Of all, I like I like graphics. Dope. You know what I mean? I love Gears of War. I play Gears of War now. If you don't know, so more than I do 2K.
You gonna switch? You gonna say this is what you when you say this is when I know you crossed over. PlayStation got the bangers.
Here you go, hit after hit. You know what I mean? I'm over here looking like that.
These bangers.
No, on some real shit. You know what?
Hey, that's crazy.
You know what's my breaking straw? Honestly, I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck, yo. It was Gamescom.
Okay.
They did that shit at Gamescom. I ain't never seen no shit. That shit was damn near just as bad as ID Xbox, right? And then all these bots say, "Hey, next gen, wait to Comic-Con." I wait to Comic-Con. What the fuck that was? Then they had the audacity to go. They tell me the nigga wait to the Tokyo Game Show.
Oh no.
That was
they ain't showing nothing there. They definitely ain't showing nothing.
They told me to wait to the Tokyo Game Show.
Nah.
I was done. I can't, man.
They ain't gonna show nothing to E3.
I guess again, they can say that they're listening, but you know what bothers me? And again, like some of the people that they have there, like you, and again, Shannon Loftus, when she come out and says that games are like Recore or on the level of Halo and Gears, they don't have a listen. Look, Shannon Loftus is one who's in charge of our first party, games and stuff. Shannon Loftus, you know what I mean? So you wonder why it's so kind of kid friendly. You know what's supposed to say that guns don't have to be in all the games, but that's neither here nor there. When she comes out, when she did the interview, I think it was with Game Informer or GameSpot, that said that Recore is on the level of a Gears and the Halo. I'm looking at it, like, what the hell? You know what I mean? They don't have a clue. They have lost. They don't know what their core. And I understand that the casuals outweigh whoever, like 5-1, 6-1. I get it. You know what I mean? But they went away. They just don't know what their core, want. You had this cool hit product in the 360. I don't understand how you go from the 360 and all the success that you have there to just your messaging. Another thing, their messaging has been up and down. 1 minute is all about the Xbox, then it's about playing. I even said that was a mistake. It's not gonna, because to the most likely the average casual gamer, and I'm a diehard, they don't have any interest. I may have used this thing one time. I don't want to boot up games from my desktop and crap. I don't want to deal with that. You know what I mean?
I told you, Z, which route they was going down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Time to go.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When we was all arguing, crap, argue me down, talking about he'll never game again.
Yeah,
you see, he loving all that trash right now.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I knew they was going this route. That's why I said I backed off. You know what I'm saying? I knew right then. I just said, you know what, I'm backing off, bro. And I remember me and you sat here and said, and that when we was disappointed at E3 because we thought we was gonna see the Madden. I think it was, wasn't it the Madden? No, the football game.
The Joe Montana.
The Joe Montana. Yeah. we was butthurt behind that, and we thought they was gonna show what was that game with the dude, man? I thought it would have been a great game for Microsoft too. The Samaritan.
Oh yeah, the Samaritan.
We thought we was gonna see that. You know what I'm saying? And nope, it wasn't nothing. I thought it would have been a great game for Microsoft to get behind because they need a single player franchise that they can get behind, a action single player franchise that's theirs. And the Samaritan would have been perfect. I mean, just the concept of that dude, man, was just wrong.
That was a tech demo.
It was a tech demo, but you know how tech demos turns into game. You know what I'm saying? And then it was rumored that they was making a secret game for Microsoft and all this other little trash. And we thought it was it, but nope.
Yeah,
and I just think they don't have an ear or a good pulse. Herb is not the dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Larry Herb.
Oh, man, with the picture. Did you see that idea Xbox? Did you see that?
Yeah, I just think he a little too old. You know what I'm saying? To be in the game for real. Don't get me wrong. Nobody really listening to him. He's like out of touch. And it's like the direction. Nobody have an impulse on the community. And that's what's killing Microsoft right now. They need somebody. Sony do too. But Sony have a good beat on what their gamers like. Even if it's regurgitated stuff, they have a good beat on it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of their games is they know what their gamers want. And they get hyped behind that trash and they go out and support it. So it's just, I don't think nobody have that with Microsoft right now.
You know what's crazy? This is real. This is the truth right here. And I spoke to All Day today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Phil and Aaron and no, shout out to Aaron. I ain't gonna put Aaron in this shit, but Phil and Larry and all those guys, Mike, Yabar, they're always in the community tweeting people back and talking to. So they should know what we want, right? And they're fucking cool. His Sony don't say shit to nobody on Twitter. They're getting the God of War, Last of Us 2, Detroit 2 Human. I forgot about that one. You know what I mean? Days Gone, Ghost of Tsushima, the game from the guy from Kojima. You know what I mean? They don't say shit to nobody, but they know what that. I've always said that Nintendo and Sony do a good job in catering to their core. You know what I mean? And it's not that, again, I'm gonna say this for the record. that if you know the Lucky Tells and Fine, that's filler. That's what we had last year. With the,
Right.
you know what I mean? Those were our games.
Yeah.
Let's be clear of this. That was it. You know what I mean? Well, then, and again, like I said, we all know that Sony started slow. They started slow. Started to generate, but they was riding heavily on third-party support, which we weren't even doing.
And, Microsoft was riding heavy on first party.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It is what it is, right?
And everything goes up, goes down with these companies. One time, that's why it's best to buy them both. And it really ain't an argument.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But then Microsoft came out swinging, tried their best, whatever the case may be. And I don't know, but they backed away from the third-party deals because, again, multi-plats are very important. We don't even get themed consoles, none of that shit anymore, right? But anyway, I said that to say this, right? I give Sony credit again because they invest into their IPs. No one was asking for a knack to, but they do at least give their IPs a chance to grow. We don't get that with Microsoft. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You have Insomniac saying that we're willing to make a Sunset Overdrive 2. What are we waiting on? You know what I mean? Maybe the first one didn't selling gangbusters. Shout out to McRister for the $2 in the chat. They never questioned. And maybe we didn't, it didn't selling gangbusters, but it came out in 2014. Put it in Game Pass, whatever the hell you're gonna do. It'll build up because it does have a cult following. You know what I mean? But like, come on, you know what I mean? I understand that things fell through with Crytek and that guy's not even there anymore. He was a jerk and stuff, but they barely got their license on. You know what I mean?
Right.
That, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we don't have a hack and slash.
Bought it and went with it, but like I said, hey, they don't have a beat to what's happening in the community, and they don't have a beat what's happening with their core gamers.
Yeah, and it's a problem. That's what I've been saying.
Consistently changing. That's why I said, and it comes with leadership, man. I mean, everybody attack Phil and because he's the head, but it's others in the community that's what I'm saying, they out here, but they not really out here. You understand what I'm saying? They talking to us, they tweet back or like something or whatever the case may be, but I don't think they really have a beat on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And nobody that's actually in the community that can give them what's going on and what we need as gamers and what we want. Because like I said, it changed from year to year. It changes from year to year. And it's quick. And games ain't coming out that fast.
Okay, let me ask you a question. We can flip it like this, right? And I'm not gonna hold you too long. We can flip it like this, right? Well, how can they get back to what they were? Or can they? Being the behemoth, And then listen, and shout out to my bro Mighty Mouse. He made a very good point. Hold on, this nigga call me back here. Oh. Hello?
Hey, what you got going on over there? Is that midget still under your table?
Yeah.
For all these years, she been faithful, huh?
Bro, I have you on speaker. My phone is low as hell. Talk to the mic. Hold on. They can't say something.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, they can't. I'll tell you, I got a bunch of. This ain't a fancy mic. It's a cheap ass snowball. Like my phone low as hell, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell me I can relay it. What you want to say? I'm live on the air, bro. It's like I'm just being very unprofessional right now, but I'm cutting you a break because you're my man, but. Oh, okay. What you want to say? Uh-huh.
Joint, you know what I mean? What was that nigga, Jay Allen and all them niggas?
Yeah.
He was representing, you know what I'm saying? It's putting in work, you know what I'm saying? They had this motherfucker up in here, he don't like to curse, you know what I'm saying? He probably don't like to fuck his wife, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
He probably don't like.
They can hear you now. Don't be so vocal.
Zaire, tell him to start over.
Yeah. Don't talk so loud. I got the thing here plugged to the phone, to the aux jack.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to get exclusives, my G. Like I told this nigga on Twitter, I said, buy third parties till you get your your exclusive portfolio up. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You feel me on that?
Yeah.
Buy third-party joints until you get your exclusive portfolio up. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's fucking rudimentary shit, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Nigga, it don't take brain power to fucking do that, nigga. You know what I mean? And not only that, he's in a more powerful position to do that. He got to promote it.
Yeah.
He got promoted. So what the fuck are you doing, bro? Look. You know, I breathe green to the day I die, man. Like, I got my issues with both of them niggas, man. Sony and Microsoft, all that shit. I got my issues mostly with Sony, but at the same time, like, yo, look, man, yo, do what you gotta do, man, to bring the bread in, man. Bring the bread home, man. You know what I mean? Don't be waiting to fucking E3 and all this other shit to fucking get games, to announce games. That's a big problem. That's a fucking problem. Sony know that. They know that. They use it as a weakness, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what it looked like, man. And no disrespect to anybody football team.
I got a call in. All right.
Hey, listen. You know what it's like? It's like you remember off Waterboy.
I'm trying to get on the Google links because my wife shut my phone.
Oh yeah. All right. Sorry. Yeah.
Zaire.
Yeah. What's up? I hear you now.
You know, off the movie Waterboy.
Yeah.
When old boy was coaching against him, and they had the playbook for dummies.
Yeah.
That's what PlayStation got right now on Microsoft, bro. They just sitting over the sideline laughing because they know every move Microsoft gonna make because they so systematic. They got to do something out of the ordinary, and that starts.
Well, check it out. I got a good statement here, right? And this is real talk. And I let you talk. What you call? But Ancast, shout out for the $5. He said Microsoft has no second party deals to cover their first party devs while games are being made. Check this out, right? You know what made the 360 so great, really? It was that they had an abundance of second party deals, from the Ninja Gaidens or to the BioShocks to the Oblivions and Dead or Alive. You know what I mean? And you know why? Whether 3 or Bungie, whoever was making what they were making, they had those deals in place to fill the void and the gap. We don't have that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We had a lot of great second party deals, exclusive wise. Lost Odyssey and even Mass Effect was exclusive, second party exclusive. You know what I mean, before before EA bought them. You know what I mean? Well, even look Gears of War was a second party deal. You know what I mean? For now, Microsoft owns the IP. You know what I'm saying? They had great second party deals. We don't have that anymore. You know what I mean? We got a guest here, Kalidiscope.
What's up?
Yeah, what's up, Next Gen? What's up, show?
What's up, boy?
chilling, man. Y'all know, yo.
Oh,
so what's up, Zaire? Yo, I saw somebody actually post Iron Zaire.
Hey, I call it Next Gen Wolf, boy.
Yeah.
That shit is hilarious, bro. But dude, is you pulling the wolf, man? What's up, man? What's up?
Am I
crying lately?
Because
I don't know, man.
Because I want better exclusives.
Yeah.
Better exclusives. All right. You was talking about, because I was listening in, know what I'm saying? But I was eating at the time. That's why I messaged you just recently and shit, because I had to chow down real quick. But Detroit, when was that announced, man? Was it 3 years ago? 4, 5, 6? How about The Last Guardian? How long ago was that motherfucker announced, yo? I'm just saying, know what I'm saying? It's like it's been 3 years. Crackdown, just to put it out there, it was 2014 when they first announced it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then the following year, they announced State of Decay, which was 2015. And in 2016, they announced Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? But I feel you as far as wanting good exclusives and whatnot. But and then the mature games. I understand, you was trying to talk about the mocap games. I understand that, you know what I'm saying? But you know how people start running in the community from both sides. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you ain't got no mature games. What you mean you ain't got no mature games? I'm playing Walking Dead right now. What you talking about?
Exclusives.
Exclusives? Quantum Break, is that not a mature game? Gears of War?
Okay. We've had 2 this generation.
In the last 2 years, Microsoft versus Sony. Okay. Sony dropped in 2016 one of those so-called mature games, which was Uncharted 4, by Sony. While in that same year, Microsoft dropped 2, They dropped Quantum Break and Gears of War 4. Now, last year, Sony dropped 1 and Microsoft dropped none. So in the last 2 years, they 2 for 2, bro.
Oh, so you got Yakuza, you got the Lost.
That's not by Sony though.
It's an exclusive game. I don't give a second party.
Did Sony pay money for that? I just want to know. Did money exchange hands for that? Because if they ain't exchanged no money,
first of all,
that shit is not second party, bro.
Kaleidoscope, okay? We can sing together, but we can't talk together, all right? I'll let you speak. Now, I got a segment of the show. First of all, I would hate this is a drug-free environment, and I would hate to question your integrity. And also, we need to
yeah, nobody do a drug, bro.
Okay? Now, with that being said, all right, I don't give a fuck about who paid what, when. I'm not a no button. You shouldn't care either. The fact that it's there, you understand what I'm saying? No. I don't care what they pay. It ain't over here. So whether
I understand that, but then it's not a second party. Listen, that's all I corrected you.
It's exclusive. Is it a console exclusive? Is it on our platform? Look at what we've had for the last year and a half.
I agree with that.
Look at what we had for the last year and a half. 2 years. Voodoo Vince, Phantom Dust original assets, Zoo Tycoon, Disney Rush. They didn't have Nier Automata. They had a bunch of shit. Whether I like those games or not, that is subjective. That's not even the listen. But to sit and say that they haven't had the better exclusives, and when I say mature, I'm talking about look at the art style of our goddamn games that are exclusive-wise.
I feel you on that.
So I don't know how someone could not understand what I was saying. Of course, I've had multi-plats on my console. Unless a motherfucker grew up eating paint chip, look in the wall. I've said this over time and time again. Look at that. We have the world's most powerful console, right? Am I right?
True that.
Why do Sony games look better graphically then?
That I tend to disagree on.
What?
Dude.
So wait.
Let's go at the beginning of this generation. Rise of the Rome. Was that not the best launch exclusive?
Bro, we in 2018, my man. We in 2018.
Halo 5. Any of the games recently that Microsoft has dropped that had those assets that you're talking about look just as good, if not better, than Sony's games.
Okay.
All right. Sony's games are running at what? 30 frames per second? Dude, I thought it was supposed to be a beast. It was more like a half step. It still can't do 60 frames on those games.
Wait, hold up.
Meanwhile, Halo 5 on the vanilla Xbox One is running at 60 frames per second.
Shooter. It's supposed to run at
60 frames. So why couldn't Killzone run at 60 frames?
Listen, here's the thing.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Again, all right. We're gonna have fun. We really gonna have some fun. Like my man, I don't know if this is a mere ploy or act, or you like, god damn.
No, dude, it's the truth. Okay, I just asked you that. Why is Killzone not running at 60 frames?
Listen. We should be the last to talk about performance when it comes to, you know what I mean, for real.
All right.
We should. Xbox guys, we've been on 720p for the last goddamn 5 years. We just not getting up to having a better.
Was Halo 720p?
It wasn't.
Was Gears 720p? Forza?
It was a dynamic scaling, but I say that to say this, right? That in itself is a straw man argument because again, we like, come on. Sony had a more powerful goddamn console. I don't even.
No, easier to program for. Easier to program for, I would say.
Is that Sony's fault? Is that a knock against Microsoft?
No. That's all I'm saying is not that they had the most powerful console. It was easier to program for, just like the 360 was easier to program than the PS3.
Shout out to my man. Hold up. Gauntlet. We're dropping $10 in the chat. You said, "Are you going Iron Wolf Z?" And cast the blood out in the chat. I appreciate you. Said, my man, with the kid avatar, lay off the paint. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, you kind of. But anyway, like I said, but I say this again. You know, and again, I'm not saying Halo. Many of you think it looks good, but you're gonna sit and say that Halo looks better than Uncharted or Halo looks better than God of War.
Halo, the assets on display. Dude, come on. You seen God of War. I seen the new gameplay for God of War. You seen that new gameplay for God of War show, right? Yeah. If they would have slapped Rise 2 on that shit, I would have believed it. All right? Hands down. I would have said, oh, shit, yo, they got a new Rise coming out. No, I'm saying, but it's actually God of War. So it seems like somebody else jumped on somebody else's dick over a game that they did.
So you're trying to say that they copied off Rise?
Microsoft are trendsetters, man. Sony's been trying to fucking copy half the shit that Microsoft has been putting out, man. They tried to do it with Killzone. They failed miserably.
Claude, I would sit here and say the style of that. I could see where you get the similarities because of the movement. and the fighting styles at some points with the axe. But
Yeah.
so they it's hard to be inventive when all games that have that style look like that. Just about every last one of them. Last of Us look like that.
Kind of, sort. I don't know, but this one is like the bulkiness of the character,
Movement,
maybe. No?
everything. If you
The
do
gameplay looks dope, though.
game,
Don't get me wrong.
it's all the same. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's all the same.
I
So
just
it
want
can't
to
be inventive.
Maybe it controls better than The Last of Us, though. I hope so.
Yeah, but, I mean, you look at all the games, even Tomb Raider, she moves like that too.
It's a third-person action adventure, hack and slash. I'm just saying. So you think, in your all honesty, that Sony went out there and copied Rise with God of War? Sony said
it just has striking similarities, though, man. Know what I'm saying? If you just glance at it, you swear you're looking at Rise 2. If you're from the Xbox camp, know what I'm saying? I thought with the over-the-cap shoulder and everything, I was like, okay. And what is up with all the little kids up in games, man? Is he gonna show him how to fuck bitches? What's going on?
His son was fighting. He's a Disney
No,
guy.
I'm just saying. Is he gonna show? Is Kratos gonna show his son how to get busy with bitches?
Okay. That's the same thing. So with Lucky Tales, is that going to show somebody child how to get busy? Come on, bro. Like
Super Lucky's Tales. Come on, man. They're not even in the same category.
So what's our carrot? What do we have? Listen, I'm waiting to hear your argument because you're teasing.
All right. Well,
you're teasing
remember,
Sony
like,
games.
let's go back 2 years. 2016. 2016.
2018, my man. How about that?
No, we in 2018. I'm gonna get to that. Just give me a break, sir.
2018, bro.
2016. People was bitching at Microsoft for showing games too early. Right or wrong?
No.
What did they do in 2017?
No.
They're gonna show us games that we're gonna receive within the next 12 months. All right. So we already know all those games. So now this E3, we're gonna see stuff that's gonna come out in the next 12 months after that, which is a whole lot of shit. What is Sony gonna do? It's like last year's conference was, you might as well just have pressed replay because it was the same conference you saw the year in 2016. That was Sony's conference last year. They ain't show anything new. Tell me that they showed anything new last year, Sony.
Listen,
No.
to be honest with you, in all fairness, Microsoft showed about 43 games in the sizzle reel, and I can't name not one of them motherfuckers.
Well, that's because you like playing on the PlayStation, maybe. I don't know. I could name half of them.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just saying. They showed nothing but an indie sizzle reel. Nothing. But
Indie sizzle reel? Nah, I digress, man. There's Black Desert Online. That's not an indie, man. That's a major MMO.
Oh, that's a triple.
Yeah, they showed a lot of PC crossovers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you, because we last, in your honest opinion, you think right now that Microsoft has the better exclusives?
Actually, yeah. That's one of the reasons why I own an Xbox One, dude.
Can you name these exclusives for me, sir?
All right. Well, Halo right out the gate. I'm gonna name Halo because that's one of the reasons I own an Xbox. It's one of the reasons why you supposedly bleed green.
No, not
isn't
Halo.
it?
No, not Halo. I'm not a Halo fan.
Not Halo. It was for Fable then.
Fable. We don't have Fable. But I'm gonna ask you a question again. What right now? All right. Comparing what's to come on the horizon from both Microsoft and from Sony, who has the better exclusives?
What's coming out within the next couple of months? They got God of War. I'm not going to include that remaster that they remastered like 4 times over. All right.
What remaster is that?
So they got God of War. They got Detroit, right? That's been in production for like 5, 6, 7 years. I don't know how many years that should have been in production. And after that, what else is there for this year for Sony? From Sony this year?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? All right. There's Spider-Man and whatnot. All right. And then Microsoft, the ones that we know of, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen at E3. We don't know what's going to happen at E3. You said baseball?
MLB baseball. That we know for sure from Sony. We got MLB the baseball, the show. I'm sorry. You got God of War. You got Detroit Become Human. You got Spider-Man.
And all right.
Something else. And you got some second party.
Don't forget about
all right. And then Microsoft, from what we know for sure, right? There's definitely going to be a Forza Horizon. All right. There's going to be a new one in a brand new country, possibly Tokyo. Who knows? We got Sea of Thieves about to drop, State of Decay, and then Crackdown.
Oh.
Y'all
right? Now, let's compare the games, though. Out of the games that we just mentioned, out of the games that you just mentioned, the games I just mentioned, let's compare the longevity of those games. God of War after
hold
you
on,
done
Show,
finished
what you
it after what, a week?
Hold on, so
Is you gonna go back to God of War?
What you about to say, Show?
Yeah, I was sitting here saying like some of the games that they announced, they just ain't been promoting them. But everybody forget about remember the prison game that they had that they showed at E3? I think it was called Way Out.
That's
a Way Out, but that's for both, isn't it?
It's multiplat.
It's multiplat? Okay.
Yeah.
What about Anthem a multiplat too?
Yeah, all that's just
but it's coming out on Xbox first.
No, it's
really?
pushed back. No, they had the
market. They push it back to 2019.
Yeah, but it's not releasing on the Xbox first, but they just got the marketing rights, I think.
Yeah.
For the game.
Yeah. Spider-Man looks good though. I can't front. Insomniac's one of my favorite devs. You know what I'm saying? I love Sunset Overdrive. Played Ratchet and Clank. You know what I'm saying? But after you're done with Spider-Man, you're gonna go back and play it?
Some people
after you're done with Detroit, with that Telltale game, that overpriced Telltale game, are you gonna go back to it?
That's like asking me after I'm done with that Slave Simulator Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, I'll be playing for months on end. Same with State of Decay. They have legs.
State of Decay, I'm interested in, but State of Decay, Sea of Thieves, no.
All right.
I've never been a
fan.
fan.
I'm saying that's the thing. We have options, right?
But we don't have many. I'm just saying. In Crackdown, I'm not gonna lie. Crackdown.
Dude, I just named you 4 for 4.
Crackdown has never really been a world beater. Not knocking those that like it, but it hasn't. So you're
if they live up to what they talked about for people to be able to destroy an entire city in multiplayer, dude, that'll be on some shit, yo. People are gonna be playing that shit like PUBG on crack.
I hope so. I don't know. I'm just saying that Crackdown has never really been a fun game. I'm just being honest, you know. But anyway, so now that I have you here, you said you watch us having mature games. You don't understand or nor do you agree with what I was saying?
Dude, I've been understood what you were saying from the get. I even said it in my videos. I hear.
Oh. I don't understand how I said it in the way that you didn't understand it when people were not saying it. I've always said exclusive wise. I didn't say I understand that I can play Call of Duty, which is a mature game or whatever the case, on my Xbox. I was talking about the art style and direction of our exclusives. You know. So it is what it is, and I don't take any of this. You didn't say anything about my family or my challenge. So it's not.
Oh, never, bro.
Okay, for sure. So again, I don't understand. So how could you not understand? And you got screaming about I should have been asking for mocap games, and what are we doing here, man?
Bro, I understood right out the gate, man. All I did was clear it up for the fools in the community that it didn't understand what you were saying.
I want to play something for you, right? Let me turn this. I want you to hear this, right? Now, hold on. Jabari sent me this, right?
Jabari.
Where we at? Give me 1 second.
Yo, that's Showstopper's boy.
No. Hey, that's how I know. Listen, that's how I know what you're going through right now. You know, in these podcasts with these four-legged beasts, man.
I can imagine, bro.
All kind of podcasts is back before I left.
Mr. Cloud.
Like, show Pony.
Prince Pony himself. Now I'm gonna plug my headphones. I mean, turn up here. I want you to listen to this.
Yeah, I'm almost expecting Wolf to drop by, yo.
Back to square one. Say, all right, let me watch Mr. P.
And let me break this mocap shit down. I think it's easy for Sony to do mocap because what they do movies.
Yeah.
They use the shit all the time. Where Microsoft has to go out, Microsoft don't make movies.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft sells software.
They got to get a third-party company to do the mocap.
Yeah.
They open up their own movie.
They come down.
They don't understand, Bo, like you're saying, they don't understand that Sony has in-house to do their animations, like they use for Ratchet and Clank cutscenes, and the mocap for all of their games. It's in-house. It's their
and even games that come to their console first, like
yes. Hellblade was done themselves. They bought a camera at Home Depot.
So I'm saying for the record, we put my headphones back in. We're gonna take the stance that Sony games look better than ours because they're used to because they make movies.
No. All right, because you actually didn't play the whole conversation. You played a snippet, so you're taking things out of context. If you think about it, Halo 5, that has mocap. Look at the actors on display. Halo 5 is mocap. What we said is that Microsoft doesn't own a film company.
Hold on. Let me pay bills. Crown worthy. Who cares if the game has legs? How about if the game quality of the title and if you enjoyed it from the beginning to the end? Good point.
Yeah, good point to a certain degree. Now ask yourself, how many people still playing God of War 3 versus Halo 5? Or even versus Gears, or even Halo 3. You could jump online right now, play Halo 3, Halo 2. Can you jump online and play God of War? Nah, because nobody's playing it, bro. You already done finished the story. You took it back to GameStop and sold it for like $2.
Okay, but here's the thing. Right? Listen, here's the thing, right? Real talk.
Right.
If you're gonna use that argument, you could take a game like what's it, Horizon Zero Dawn, right?
Yeah.
Shit out of
which
Gears.
looks gorgeous. I like the way that shit looks. Looks gorgeous.
Sell wise. Stomp it. You know what I mean? No multiplayer. It was a good game. Those so again, again, and whether it's all this is subjective, but Sony fan base, you know, whatever they enjoy that game. You know what I mean? So whether a game has multiplayer or not, you know what's crazy? You say, and I play Gears faithfully. You know what I mean? One of the reason why they're not really too much supporting the title anymore because no one plays it online. You know what I mean? It's not doesn't have a big community like it once did. You know, so us trying to use the argument of this one and done, that doesn't mean it's not a great game.
Yeah,
the same people
No,
are
never, I
arguing,
never said that.
or thinking Phil in the comments section in Twitter. Thank you for luck you chose. I got to play it with my son. Like we got to be honest here, man. Whether a game got a multiplayer or not doesn't matter. I mean, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I didn't see you praising. It was a good game. A good game was a good game.
I love Rise.
Okay, so it's not about whether a game has a multiplayer aspect of it or not that you may or may not use. Some people don't like to play online. There are a lot of people that don't like to play online. You know what I mean? But that doesn't take the fact that it's a great game. And I'm not even trying to be King Pony here. I'm just saying we have to be. If you want things to change, to be honest, you know what I mean? I don't sound any of you. Someone you say that you bleed green. Any Xbox goddamn fan can be happy with what we got last year, 2017. We haven't had a game announcement since 2016. You had the Nintendo Switch released in March, and they released more exclusives than we have. AAA. That's not my opinion. This is facts. We've got more announcements.
But it was a launch, though.
My man, shout out to my man Millcaster for $5 in the chat. He says Sony PSR VR has more exclusives than the Xbox regular exclusive. And that's a goddamn truth.
Yeah, now name me one that's an actual game. Then come talk to me.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, And here's it, again,
I know.
With Sony, and I'm not trying to be, like I'm king, but we got to be honest. They released the Pro, the Slim, the VR, still had third-party deals, and still gave their fan base, whether you like the Gravity Rush 2s or whatever the case, they fans like it, they're exclusives. We have got nothing. If it was not for the X, if it wasn't for the X, I'm keeping it funky, right? If it wasn't for the X getting last year, in 20, and again, I love the console. I love, the graphics stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, that's crazy. The last big AAA game that released on that platform, honestly, is Gears of War 4 in 2016. It's now going on 2018. This is what I'm saying.
Well,
hey,
the last, I guess, graphically intense game. That I could agree with you on.
The last AAA game.
Last AAA game was Forza Motorsport 7.
Okay, what else?
That was this past Christmas.
Well, I mean, again, we talk about a simulation racer, a niche title, but we get Forza every year.
You said the last AAA.
But it's a niche title. You know what I mean? I you see that in
Forza's not a niche title.
I mean,
Project Cars may be a niche title.
Forza, it's a simulation racer. This is niche title. The Horizon series sells more than
so I'm sure the PlayStation fan base says Gran Turismo Sport is a niche title.
It is. Not everyone's into simulation racer. I mean, it's a fact. I don't like simulation racers. I'd rather play Horizon than do motorsport any day of the week.
Yo, personally, I'd prefer Horizon to motorsport.
Okay, that's not even or we had RTS Halo Wars. It's another niche title. I'm not even. I'm a console. I'm not into RTSs. It's not my thing. I'm not knocking those that like it. But I'm just saying at the end of the day.
But that's because you have a certain taste, man. You know what I'm saying? What somebody else's crack is somebody else's gold, yo.
Yeah. I'm just saying, but I'm not saying they hate or I don't care. They're saying that I'm bugging because I'm asking Microsoft, hey, what's going on over here? And then again, they're not like like I said, Phil's been in charge since 2014, right? If his legacy was to end today, or God forbid, on his tombstone, And I see a lot of you guys like to sing Phil Spencer's praise, and I'm asking why. What has he given you game wise that make you sing his praise? Was it Zoo Tycoon? Was it Disney Rush? What was it? Was it Rico? What game? This is all about the games.
Dude, Killer Instinct at the beginning of this generation, Rise Son of Rome, Quantum Break. Those are all games came out this generation, bro, and that was thanks to Phil because he was in charge of Microsoft Studios.
Okay, listen again. Well, we're gonna get
State of Decay under Phil's leadership.
Listen, I would hate
Sea of Thieves.
I would hate to question anyone's
You asked me what did he bring us.
I'm about to answer the question.
I'm just answering.
Who wrote the check? Right? That
What?
came from Donnie D. That $1 billion that $1 billion that was allocated for exclusives at the start of the generation all came from Donnie D. All right, fact. Now I say this again. Phil took over in 2014, so all those games you just named was greenlighted by Donnie D. Fine, cool. We got that out the way. What has Phil given you?
It might have been greenlighted.
I'm gonna say under Phil.
Yeah. Wait, it was greenlighted by Donnie, but who was in charge of Microsoft Studios that brought Donnie these games? It was Phil. He was in charge of Microsoft Game Studios, bro. So this dude signs the checks. Phil is the one that gets the talent.
Okay. All right. See, we're gonna go there. We're gonna take it to the flip side of the coin, then, all right? Now, okay, this is now Phil's in charge, right?
No, they changed his position. Now he's in charge of like all gaming.
Okay, but right now, since he's been there since 2014, the head of Xbox. Since him being the head of Xbox, what game? That's him. Whether he greenlighted, wrote the check that he would say, hey, this game is cool. Idea has he given us? What?
Okay, as I said earlier,
I'm gonna say under Phil, we have lost true Xbox exclusives. Under Phil, our marketing and shit. And we lost third-party and second-party deals under Phil. I can credit that to him. Because during the 360 generation, what made the Xbox 360 so great was they had great second-party deals. Guess what? Gears of War 4, I love it. What was that? Second-party deal. You guys like I was talking about Ninja Gaiden, all that shit, second-party deal. Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon, all that shit there, second-party deals. We don't have any of that shit anymore. And they look at me like I'm bugging. You know what we guaranteed to get now?
Listen, I'm gonna say this, Z. I can see your point where you sitting here because it is like we do get the racer every year. You can kind of count on what we're gonna get each year based off of what they announce. But at the end of the day, this is what it is, man. Like I said, if I don't know what Phil is doing, me and you had our beef with Phil at E3 15, 16. And we said we was going through, and we was going off about marketing. We was going all this trash. You saying?
Yeah. But y'all was going about that Joe Montana.
Ain't nothing changed.
I wanted that shit after a while, bro.
Hey, show. Ain't nothing changed.
Ain't nothing changed. I hear you. And listen, we've been complaining about that. Out of state right now. Like I said before, it's fatigue, bro. You know what I'm saying? You might just need a break, man. That's it, man.
No, I'm fine. But they're looking at me like I'm crazy for saying this thing. I want to be left alone. I'm trying to get my time on.
The first symptom of a person going pony, they sit here and get on the camera, put their face right in that bad baby with a PlayStation playing in the back, trying to sit here and prove that they got everything Xbox. Come on, bro.
I'm just saying, man. Stop. I'm looking here across the street.
You fatigue. You don't know it, man. You fatigue. I promise you. You fatigue. Listen to the show. You fatigue. I was there. Trust me. I was there.
No, I'm not saying that you
I was fatigued, bro.
I'm not negating any of that. I ain't. It's put up a shut up. Ain't no more waiting games time. Ain't no more talking.
I'm waiting for him to talk about that greatness.
Ain't no waiting to Tokyo. Shout out to Top Dog. In the chat for $5 said cut his mic off. Ain't no more waiting. To Gamescom. You know what I mean? I've been hearing this shit. Yeah, I'm sitting back and I've been patiently. I can't do it no more, man. I've been here. I've been rocking out with these jokers since 2001.
I know, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? No doubt. Since the OG.
Yeah,
I had to take a break. You know what? I forgot me being caught up in a whole lot of this. I forgot what I like as a gamer. What I like as a gamer. And I had to find that trash all over again, man. I'm telling you, it's fatigue, bro. Fatigue.
Yeah, man. But,
what do you really like as a gamer? What do Zaire like? Because Zaire, I knew when I first came into the game, he was a fighter dude, and he was an NBA 2K guy.
Yeah, I'm in the gears right now. I'm gonna change my balloon. I'm in the gears right now, man.
Now you don't change your. Me and you, the first thing we played with 2K.
Oh yeah,
some type of fighter with UFC or something like that.
I'm just saying. At the end of that, but like, to be fair, I get that across the street. I ain't lying. I get that across the street. I'm just saying, exclusive wise, like, you know what I mean. And listen, here's the thing, right? And I'm gonna say before we get the last thing before we get on air, right? And they argue me now, right? You take a studio like 343 Studios, huge, massive, over 500 employees, right?
Yeah,
you take a studio like Naughty Dog, right? And they took 10 developers from the Uncharted 3 team and started them on The Last of Us, right? So I'm saying, hey, you know, why can't 343 do that, right? Why can't they, you know, big as the studio it is, make something outside of the Halo goddamn universe, right? And show they argue me down. No, we don't want 343 to, and I'm sitting back. This shit is wild to me. As a gamer, how could you argue against having more games?
Nah. This variety.
You got a point though, man. They could take a small development team from 343 to work on something else. Supposedly that's what they're doing with the coalition. So we'll see.
Right.
You know, I mean, I'm
gonna tell you because you asked me a question earlier. What do Microsoft need to do? They need to take the training wheels off their developers and allow them to make games that they are into, because they got the beat to the streets, not Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? They know what their gamers want. And look what they did to, like I said, 343. Look what they doing to a lot of the other little studios. It's like they box them in a box and say they have one hit game, and that's all you can make. And that's a losing process, because everybody evolves, just like you evolve. Like I said, the first time I met you, you was a 2K guy. You like God of War, you always did. You know what I'm saying? But you was a 2K guy and a fighter guy. You still that dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I see your live streams as fighters, or you playing somebody in 2K, and you just got into Gears. You know what I'm saying? A little bit heavy now. You know what I'm saying? But you starting to evolve, and it's certain things you starting to like as a gamer, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft got to take the training wheels off of their developers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And quit boxing them in for real, and choking them up.
For sure. And like us, you know,
and that's all I want for real. And they got to get somebody else. You know, because Larry Herb is just too old to be communicating with everybody thing on community, man. He don't go past his limits. They need somebody a little younger, a lot fresher, to be able to mix and match and get a beat to what's going on out here, because he just outplayed, man, big time.
Man, I do.
Tell about way he out his element, man. I mean, it just looks crazy at E3. Every E3, he looks like Pops Bang Bang guy.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just looking like Bob Barker from The Price is Right with them gloves on, bro.
He got that little mic, and you know what I'm saying? The white hair coming, please. I'm telling you, it's coming real clean and crisp. But he don't have a beat of what's going on, man. And all his ideas is corny. And, you know, when
he ain't got the ear to the streets.
Xbox, man, I was like, stop this trend. That's all Herb there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we got to get somebody a little bit younger, a little bit fresher, man, you know, and just go from there. Because it makes it more exciting. It's kind of dragged out or dull because he's there.
Well, they should hire Zaire, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I'm saying, my man Mil McCaster, Master, he said, but that's what Michael used to do, control the developers. Sony gave them freedom, and that's the difference. Good point. Yeah, Naughty Dog just put out an article said Sony doesn't basically tell them they have no input. They let them go out there and create. And good point. You know, we can, you know, people, you can say what you want about Destiny. We can, you know, we can't argue. Probably one of the biggest multiplats that came out this generation. They had that in house, and that was one of the games that they wanted to make, but Microsoft wouldn't let them. You know, and again, I said this before we get off the air, that these developers are artists. You can't stifle them. You gotta let them create. You know what I mean? You know, and let them go out, you know, and try new things. You know what I mean? And look, I'm gonna say this too. Last thing, each generation, in my surmise, for a console to be successful, you need once new AAA big IP. Like, you know, the original Xbox gave you Halo, the 360 gave you Gears, The Xbox has yet to get that definitive, you know what I mean, exclusive. You know what I mean? Whereas Sony, you can say Horizon, that was a big hoorah, new IP for this generation, huge. Nintendo had Splatoon. We have yet to get that. You know what I mean? We haven't. You know what I mean? And I don't know if Sea of Thieves is going to be the answer. I don't know. I don't have any interest in that, and you know, that's just my opinion. But we have yet to get that oh shit moment for our exclusive wise. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, but thank you all for rocking out with us today. I appreciate it, man. All you guys in the super chat, and oh, I'm sorry, I just seen you, Alex. I just seen your thing. My bad, Alex. You can rock out with me in a minute. I'm about to hop on the witch call. My bad. I just seen your thing, Alex. But anyway, like I said, thank you all for rocking out, man. And I'm about to get on this Uncharted, try to get my skills up. You know what I mean? In some Uncharted thing here. Shout out to you guys. You off the air.